Welcome to Learning Management System, Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. Today I am going to discuss about amplifiers and oscillators of Unit 5 of subject Analog Electronics. So this is session 39. So before going to session 39, let me have a summary on previous session. In the previous session, we discussed about feedback, types of feedback and application of feedback. So let me see the definition of feedback now. So feedback means the process of injecting fraction of output energy back to the input is called as a feedback. Next, the feedback amplifier. So feedback amplifier is a circuit in which a fraction of amplifier output is fed back to the input circuit. The noise level in amplifiers can be reduced by the use of the feedback. There are two types of feedback. The first one is positive feedback, second one is negative feedback. So let me see the first feedback, that is positive feedback. Positive feedback. When the feedback energy, that is voltage or current, is in phase with the input signal, which increases the input, it is called as a positive feedback. Here, both the amplifier and the feedback network introduces a phase shift of 180 each. The result is feedback, that is Vf, and the voltage Vin are in phase. Hence, the signal level increases in case of a positive feedback. So now let me see the advantages of positive feedback. In case of a positive feedback, the gain of the amplifier will be increased. The disadvantage of positive feedback is it causes increased distortion and instability because a small noise in the input signal can produce a large noise at the output signal due to transistor amplifying action. So next we'll move on to application of a positive feedback. Normally the positive feedback is used in the oscillator circuit. So this is about the positive feedback. Now let me see about the negative feedback. When the feedback energy, that is voltage or current, is out of phase with the input signal and thus increases the input is called as a negative feedback. Here, amplifier introduces a phase shift of 180 while feedback circuit introduces 0 phase shift. The result is feedback, that is Vf is 180 out of phase with the input Vin. So this is the negative feedback circuit. Advantages of negative feedback are, the first one is stability in gain. Second one, bandwidth increases. Third one, it reduces the distortion. It improves impedance of the input and output. So these are the advantages of negative feedback. Next, disadvantages of negative feedback. The gain of the amplifier reduces in case of a negative feedback amplifier. Next is the application of the negative feedback amplifier. The negative feedback amplifier is mostly used in amplifiers. So all these things we discussed in the previous session. In today's session, that is session 39, I am going to discuss about oscillators, definition of oscillators and classification of the oscillators. First, let me know the definition of an oscillator. An oscillator is an electronic device that generates oscillation of desired frequency. It is known as an oscillator. It is a non-rotating energy converter, that is, it receives DC energy as an input and produces AC energy of desired frequency as the output. An oscillator is basically an amplifier with positive feedback or regenerative feedback. The oscillator converts DC input into an AC input. So now let me see the block diagram of an oscillator. So in this block diagram, it consists of an amplifier with positive feedback or regenerative feedback. This receives DC energy as an input and produces AC energy of desired frequency as the output. So in the circuit block diagram, you can see here, there is an amplifier with a positive feedback network. So this amplifier receives DC energy, and this is an oscillatory circuit which receives DC energy as an input and produces AC energy of desired frequency as the output. Next is types of oscillator. In these types of oscillators, there are two main types of oscillators. One is linear or harmonic oscillator. Other one is non-linear or relaxation oscillator. Again, the harmonic oscillator are classified as feedback oscillator, and other one is negative resistance oscillator. Feedback oscillator are also called as RC oscillator, LC oscillator, and crystal oscillator. Next, we'll move on to the classification of oscillator. Oscillations are classified as two main types. The first one is sinusoidal oscillator or harmonic oscillator. Sinusoidal oscillator. The oscillators that produce an output having sine waveform are called as sinusoidal or harmonic oscillators. Such oscillators can provide output at a frequency 20 Hz to 1 GHz. The second one is non-sinusoidal oscillators or relaxation oscillators. The oscillators that produce an output having a square wave, rectangular or sawtooth waveform are called as non-sinusoidal oscillators. Such oscillators can provide output at a frequencies ranging from 20 Hz to 20 MHz. These are the two classifications of the oscillator. Next is a sinusoidal oscillator. Sinusoidal oscillator, again it is classified as tuned circuit oscillators or radio frequency RF oscillators. These oscillators use tuned circuit consisting of inductors and capacitors are used to generate high frequency signals. Thus, they are also known as radio frequency RF oscillators. It has a range of 300 kHz to several megahertz. Such oscillators are Hartley oscillator, Colpitts oscillator, and Clapp oscillators. Next type of sinusoidal oscillator is RC oscillator or audio frequency or AF oscillators. These oscillators use resistors and capacitors and used to generate a low or audio frequency signals. They are also known as audio frequency AF oscillators. Operates in low frequency, that is 20 Hz to 100 to 200 kHz. Such oscillators are phase shift oscillators and Wien bridge oscillators. The next type of sinusoidal oscillator is crystal oscillators. These oscillators use quartz crystals and are used to generate highly stabilized output signals with frequencies up to 10 MHz. One of the example for crystal oscillator is piezo oscillator. The next type of sinusoidal oscillator is negative resistance oscillator. These oscillators use negative resistance characteristics of the devices, such as tunnel devices. The example for negative resistance oscillator is tuned diode. Next, we'll move on to nature of sinusoidal oscillations. There are two types of sinusoidal oscillation. The first one is damped oscillation. The second one is undamped oscillation. The first one is damped oscillation. The electrical oscillation whose amplitude goes on decreasing with time are called as damped oscillations. The frequency of damped oscillation may remain constant depending upon the circuit parameters. Damped oscillations are generally produced by the oscillatory circuits that produce power losses and does not compensate if required. So damped oscillations, so this is a time period in the x-axis, y-axis the amplitude. In case of a damped oscillation, the oscillation whose amplitude goes on decreasing. See, the amplitude is goes on decreasing, whereas frequency remains constant depending upon the circuit parameters. Thus, we'll call it as damped oscillation. Next, we'll move on to undamped oscillation. The electrical oscillation whose amplitude remains constant with time are called undamped oscillation. The frequency of undamped oscillation remains constant. Undamped oscillation are generally produced by oscillatory circuits that produce no power losses and follow compensation techniques if any power losses occur. In case of an undamped oscillation, time is taken in the x-axis, in the y-axis amplitude is taken. The amplitude remains constant with respect to the time. Thus frequency remains constant here, but the amplitude remains constant with time. So this type of oscillation we'll call it as undamped oscillation. So next we'll move on to revision on today's session. The first one is an oscillator is a dash. An oscillator is a electronic device. The option given to this is rotating device, electronic device, rotating electronic device, electromechanical device. The answer for the first question is, that is option B, electronic device. The second question is, an oscillator is an electronic device which converts. The options for this are option A, mechanical energy into electrical energy, B, electrical power into mechanical power, C, DC power into AC power, D, AC power into DC power, and vice versa. The answer for the second question is option C, DC power into AC power. The third question is, the sinusoidal oscillator is also called dash. The options given are A, LC oscillator, B, harmonic oscillator, C, RC oscillator, D, crystal oscillator. The answer for the third question is harmonic oscillator, that is option B. The sinusoidal oscillator is also called as a harmonic oscillator. Next, coming to the fourth question. The non-sinusoidal oscillator is also called as dash. The option given are A, LC oscillator, B, harmonic oscillator, C, relaxation oscillator, D, crystal oscillator. The answer for the fourth question is option C, relaxation oscillator. The non-sinusoidal oscillator is also called as relaxation oscillator. Next, we'll move on to fifth question. For high frequency application, the popular oscillator is used dash. Option given for fifth question is A. Weinbridge oscillator, B. Hartley oscillator, C. Crystal oscillator, D. Relaxation oscillator. The answer for the fifth question is B. Hartley oscillator. For high frequency application, Hartley oscillator is used. The next question, that is question 6. Which of the following oscillator are used for low frequency application? Options given are A. LC oscillator, B. RC oscillator, C. Both A and B, option D. None of this. The answer for the sixth question is option B. RC oscillator. RC oscillator are used for low frequency application. Next, we'll move on to seventh question. Dash oscillator is a most stable oscillator. The option given are A. Crystal oscillator, B. Weinbridge oscillator, C. Colpitts oscillator, D. Hartley oscillator. The answer for the seventh question is option A. Crystal oscillator. Crystal oscillator is the most stable oscillator. The next question, that is question 8. The oscillation whose amplitude remains constant with time are called as. The option given for 8 question are A. Undamped oscillation, B. Damped oscillation, C. Hartley oscillator, D. Crystal oscillator. The answer for the eighth question is option A. Undamped oscillation. The oscillation whose amplitude remains constant with time are called as undamped oscillations. The next question, that is question number 9. Low frequency oscillators have a frequency range of dash. The option given are A. 20 Hz to 20 kHz, B. 20 Hz to 100 kHz, option C. 1 Hz to 20 kHz, option D. 50 Hz to 100 kHz. The answer for the ninth question is option B. 20 Hz to 100 kHz. Low frequency oscillators have a frequency range of 20 Hz to 100 kHz. The next question, that is 10. High frequency oscillators have a frequency range of dash. Option given are A. 300 kHz to 2 GHz. Option B. 100 kHz to 500 kHz. Option C. 8 kHz to 800 kHz. Option D. 4 kHz to 1 GHz. The answer for the 10th question is option A. 300 kHz to 2 GHz. For high frequency oscillators have a frequency range of 300 kHz to 2 GHz. So this is the revision for the session 39. In today's class, that is in today's session, that is session 39, we discussed about nature of sinusoidal oscillations and definition of oscillators and classification of oscillators. Thank you.